And one of the hot questions that people asked earlier, so feel free to call in. The phone lines are, and don't forget, go get the long shot. Go get the long shot. And we're gonna give away a couple of his books on my channel. I'm gonna get a couple of his books. I'm gonna buy a couple, and we're gonna give them away on this channel. The phone lines are open all the time. Have you spoken to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf?
Yeah, in fact, spoke to him 3 days ago. Yeah,
Wow.
we did a podcast 2 weeks ago, and
Together?
it's crazy. It's crazy that
Love
he
this.
and I first met. The first time we met was at the 3-on-3, the Big Three with Ice Cube's thing here in Chicago. We had never met, and it was like when we met, man, it was brotherhood from like we have known each other for years, man. And for me, I applaud that brother, man, for being able to take the heat, being able to know that regardless to whatever is happening, I'm in a spiritual place where I know that I'm right being where I'm at. And, you know, intellect is off the chain. And that's the part that I appreciate, you know, the studies that he's put in and the sacrifice that he made, man. That brother was on the cusp of putting up some big numbers that could have been historic.
Oh, extremely. I mean, he could have been probably a Hall of Famer.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
What would you change about the NBA now in terms of corporate?
We have to change. It has to be deconstructed and reconstructed. It has to be reconstructed with the ownership reflective of the makeup of the racial makeup of the league, man. That I feel like when you have any of the guys who are making $100 million or more for your franchise should have ownership, and that within the context of that, I think, you know, I was speaking to Scottie Pippen about this issue, and he was saying he brought that to my mind that, you know, until ownership has a different approach, then the game is not gonna filter down. And I think that's one of the things that it has to be deconstructed and reconstructed in a way where it's fair and it's a true partnership, not just one that's spoken about in artificial terms, like, you know, when you say, oh, the players union and our players, when you're the commissioner, our players. Come on, man. Now let's get real about this thing. That, you know, let's sit down and make it a fair and equitable situation, and you can do it. You know, a billionaire is not going to hurt if you change the foundational base of how this thing looks and, you know, the racial makeup of it. And if you don't want to do it that way, then I feel like we can always create our own. I feel like, you know, when you have 80 to 85% of the league, like Kyrie put forth, you know, you got an opportunity to create jobs. You know, those jobs that are within the United Center, that are within the Staples Center. You're able to create some jobs for yourself now, possibly that can rival that. You know, so it's a toss-up. You can look at it how you want to look at it and have your opinion about it, but it reflects on us as a mature people now of what we're going to do as a unit, not any individual. And it